Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Empowerment Network with Comfort Convo. Today, I'm very excited. It's been a long while. Andy is back, and we have our sister in the house, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Just say hello. People are watching us, Sharon.
Hello, everybody. Greetings from Canada. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Sharon Whedon, and I'm on with Andy and Comfort. Yay!
Sharon for joining us. Hello, Mr. Burks.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody? Another
Yeah.
cold and wet, windy Monday. That's the
Oh, yeah,
UK for you.
no.
What can we expect?
Exactly. What else? What else? That's the UK for us. That's a normal. So let's enjoy it. So, guys, let's discuss this. Success is waiting. Success is knocking at your door. Are you ready? So we brought Sharon here today to share her own perspective of success. We know we've been talking about unpassive and success. We can never share enough. People look at it from various perspectives, from various angles. Whether you want to succeed, whether you however you look at it, it works. So, Sharon, you are welcome. Just go on, say whatever you have in mind. That's what we're going to be discussing.
Well, hello, Andy, once again, and Sister Comfort. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I'm excited. I am so excited and so happy to be part of this journey with OnPassive. And am I ready? I am ready as I'll ever be. And let me tell you, I have been trying to get ready for the last 2 years, putting everything in place that we need to put in place. For one, OnPassive is a business all by itself. And us global ambassadors are with OnPassive, so we're a business within our business. So how did I prepare myself to get ready to be part of this journey? Is for one, I got myself a business license, because even though OnPassive has their own business license, you have to have yours as well to be part of OnPassive. So I have myself a business license, and I do have a name that I plan on using. I'm not going to say it now because I don't want anybody to take it. And so I do have a name that I'm going to register once we can do that in our back office. And I have been educating myself on all the products, because there's so many products, and I don't want to kid myself. I don't know everything yet. I'm still learning, because there's so much to learn about OnPassive and OnPassive products. So I've been educating myself and going on all these beautiful webinars that we have, and staying engaged and just learning as much as I possibly can, because it is our business. It's our business within OnPassive. And so you have to know about your business. You have to stay engaged. You have to be follow the updates and learn as much as you possibly can. So I'm very, very excited, and I am so ready to be successful. I am ready for the world to see how successful we are going to be with OnPassive. OnPassive is a company that is going to go boom. And once the world hears our name OnPassive is going to be everywhere. And if you're not excited today, you will be excited. And I just hope that everybody out there is as excited as me, and has everybody in place and ready for success, because the world is waiting for our success, and they need our help. And OnPassive has a big heart, and most, if not all, global ambassadors have that big heart. Ash has a heart is the size of Texas. He is just such a wonderful man, and he has just so much to offer, and so much to offer the world. And that's all I have to say at the moment.
Oh my God, Andy, if that's all she has to say for the moment, then let's be ready. So when she was
Uh,
speaking, Andy, I thought this is really your kind of person, because listening to her, it sounds like somebody is applying your 6P principle, proper prior planning. Did I hear her well? So Andy, it's over to you now.
I'm supposed to now follow that, Comfort. That's outrageous. At the end of the day, I like you. I'm a planner. I like to try and make sure that I am ready for things, and I plan forward. What a lot of guys have done, and I'm speaking to a lot of these early birds that actually have not kept up with what's going on, don't understand what's really going on, just like to make snide comments, basically. And I have a lot of people within the group, if you like, that are doing just that. But I want to make this, and I had one today actually, funnily enough, which just did make me giggle. But the thing is that if you understand, as Sharon has just explained, every position that we started off with as an early bird is a business in a box. Okay, and yes, the company's going to do some of the things for us. I love the fact that it's going to do the bits that I don't understand how to do, because as you all know, I'm not technically minded. I'm numbers. I understand numbers, but that's it. I'm kind of stuck with everything else. So I love the fact that it's going to do the bits that I can't or don't understand. But as Sharon quite rightly pointed out, I have been learning as much as I possibly can in this period of time that we've had. Now, some of us have been in for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Some of us, 6 years. Personally, 5 years, great, love it. And during that 5-year period, I suppose it took me a year or so to really actually start to get into things and really then start to learn what's going on. And although there's not a lot of information in the back office in the OES at the moment, the ecosystem, there is an awful lot of information available online.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily about ONPASSIVE that is I'm learning about. So I'm learning about things like email marketing and advertisements, how to word advertisements. Now, I may not even need this moving forward because ONPASSIVE is going to do a lot of this for me. But don't you want to know about your business? Don't you want to understand how things work? Don't you want to see and take advantage of and potentially help the existing position? So, we've said this before, and I say this every time I come on. At the end of the day, the company is going to be able to create and build a business for you, but that might take them 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care, because what I want to do is to help myself achieve the goal that I've set myself sooner rather than later. And I'm sure, like the ladies here, I don't like working. I don't like working for somebody else, that's for sure, because all I'm doing at the moment is putting my money in somebody else's pocket. And I don't like that idea. So I want to be able to retire sooner rather than later. And I'm not getting any younger, as you ladies well know. So back to you, Comfort.
Yeah, thank you, Andy and Sharon. I think this is important. Andy, you just said this, and for some reason, I've never said this aloud, but I think we agree on this. Whatever thing we are doing now, we are putting money in somebody else's pocket. I think this is what Andy means. If you are active on YouTube now, you are feeding somebody's pocket. If you are active on Facebook, you are feeding somebody's pocket. If you are on WhatsApp, you are feeding somebody's pocket. So that's that thing that Ash is doing for us. He is putting all of them here in that ecosystem, one toolbox, business in a box, or whatever people call it in various ways. It's here for you now. It's back in Africa with like proverbs. That's like elephant meat back home. Just come and get a tiny piece of yours. That tiny piece will be sufficient for you and your family, and you'll still have a bit more to extend to the neighborhoods and your community and so on. That is how it is. And the good news here, Sharon, if you've been listening to our other friends, like Oliver would say, this business is risk-free. Risk-free in that there's no such thing as risk-free business, because everything involves risk and so on. It cannot go without. But then the risky part of it is all on the CEO's shoulders. He showed us every risk, so that the moment it reaches you and myself, it's just for us to pick it up and run it with it, and go wherever we want to go to. And so one thing that ONPASSIVE has done, like I think Jean said this yesterday, ONPASSIVE has healed people. ONPASSIVE has changed people's lives. ONPASSIVE has transformed mindsets and done so very much, even before landing, before being out there for people to finally feel it and touch it. Lives have changed and so on and things like that. That's how much, that's the success already we are counting. You know, before we finally start touching money, the money we came for, so much has happened in our lives. And earlier on, like you were saying, Sharon, I'm handing over to you. You said so much is happening. Fields are wide, harvests are waiting. There's just so much you need to go out there, help, or do whatever thing. The success is here because everything is ready. So, Sharon, I'll let you go from wherever you want to go.
Well, success is what you make it too. Like you want to believe in what you're doing. You want to shoot for the stars, and you want to be a go-getter. Like you can't just sit back and just wait for everything to happen. Yeah, there's going to be obstacle courses, and sometimes we're going to get knocked down, but you got to get back up again and brush yourself off and get going. When you're trying to do something as big as what ONPASSIVE is trying to do, our brother Ash, you get these obstacle things in the course, and you're going to get nothing comes handed to you in this world. So you have something big and you're trying to work on, and there are going to be, bad days and good days, and there are going to be, let's just see, there's always something bad that happens, but you learn from those lessons when something bad happens. And like God doesn't just hand you anything, but when He hands you something like that, and He gives you something that's bad, like why we have a little bit of a setback, that setback is going to help us, not hurt us. All the people that are talking negative about ONPASSIVE, they're talking about ONPASSIVE. Publicity is publicity, whether it's good or bad. They're talking about ONPASSIVE, and ONPASSIVE is going to be here to stay. So don't just sit and wait and complain, because that's not going to help you. That's not going to do anything. You need to carry on with your life, and you need to do what you got to do to survive today, because tomorrow is not promised. And so you need to just survive and keep doing what you're doing and get ready for ONPASSIVE. And like I said, engage, be on top of everything, try to learn as much as you possibly can. Like I say to myself, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the AI business, artificial intelligence. What? Me? I never ever dreamt and thought that I would be in this business about artificial intelligence. And a little bit still scares me a little bit, but I'm learning and I'm educating myself. And Mike Ellis, I mentioned that to him once before, and he just laughed. And he explained to me a little bit more about artificial intelligence. So that's why it's great to get on these webinars and to pick our leaders' brains and to ask questions. And if you're scared, life is scary. New opportunity is scary. A business that you're trying to launch and trying to grow can be scary. But you have to keep going. And like I said, hard work, dedication, we will succeed and we will be very successful. And when we are successful, the world is going to be blessed with our success. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Wow, thank you. Thanks so much. So, Andy, she says success is what you make it, because I was listening, I like listening to Miles Monroe for some reason. Like he believes that like change or time is something that if you want it, you don't wait for it to come, you create it. So if you want success, you go for it. That's why we're still scared talking about success, because even though Ash is promising us, some people will touch it and still let go. So, Andy, I'll let you go.
Well, okay. So, what is success to you? You're quite right. What you have to do is to work out what that is going to be. Now, whether that's a roof over your head, a nice house, a holiday home, travel, a car, it doesn't matter. What you have to do is to work out, and we're coming back to monetary terms and figures again, which is the way I perceive things. So, all right, I want a car and it's going to cost me X amount of money. How many clients or customers do I need in order to get that car? And I can work it backwards. Yeah, so let's just give you a very simple example. I want $10,000. Yeah, that's my first goal, $10,000. What do I have to do to get that? Right. Okay, so let's say for argument's sake that our first product coming out, OCONNECT, is going to cost $50 a month, and we get half of that. So that's 25. Sorry, it's going to cost $100 a month. We get 25% of that up front. There's a group bit we won't worry about now. So that's $25. All right. So I divide $25 into 10,000. That's the number of customers I need. Yeah.
Right.
So if that's, we'll make it 1,000 because that makes it nice and simple. But the point being, if I then have to speak to, let's say, 50 people to achieve that 1,000, yeah, I therefore have to speak to 500 people to achieve the 10,000. And my lists therefore include 500 people, or I will find 500 people to talk to. I work it backwards. Yeah, does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So nice and simple, nice and straightforward, and it works on the basis of, okay, for every 3 people I speak to, I'm going to get a customer that wants to take it, but I need to speak to 3 to get that one. And then, as I said, I can work it backwards, nice and simple, nice and straightforward. And that's the number of people I need to have on my list that I need to be able to speak to. Now, I'm not taking into consideration that the company is going to help us find customers. Don't get me wrong. The company is going to do that. But let's say, and I'm working on the basis of the company is not going to do anything for me, so that I can achieve that target on my own. So therefore, I need to be able to speak to X number of people in order to achieve my target. If the company help me, that's a bonus. Yeah. Now, I'm not necessarily a salesperson. I don't need to be, because it's simply a case of being able to share information, nothing more. I don't sell anything. I don't have to do that. There are plenty of people going to be looking to use these products that we have, and it's just a simple conversation at some point in the future. Yeah. Oh, Paul, I understand you're not going up to London anymore to go into the office. Are you using one of the video conferencing company? Yes, we are. Oh, excellent. Do you have to pay for that? No, the company pays for that. I've got something the company might find interesting, and I know it's going to save them some money. Here's a link. Why don't you send that to them? Let them have a look.
Exactly.
Now, I've not sold anything at the end of the day. I've simply said, does your company want to save money? Now that doesn't. Okay, so that's the way I'm kind of looking at it from a point of view of, okay, my success is I want $1,000 a month. How many customers I'm going to have to talk to in order to achieve $1,000 a month? I want 10,000 so that I can buy my car. Right, how many customers do I need to speak to achieve that? Bearing in mind, a lot of these products are going to be able to pay on a monthly basis. So it's a simple way to work it backwards. And then you have a plan. Then you have something to work towards. And this is where my favorite phrase comes in.
Proper prior planning, yes.
It's poor performance, absolutely. Go on, Comfort, back to you.
Yes, exactly. I just want to give a quick shout out to my brother Osman Bangura, watching all the way from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Thank you for joining from home, guys. So, yeah, Andy was talking, guys. What Andy is saying here, he says he just wants to pretend that the company is not getting traffic for you. Traffic being potential customers, those who are looking for that thing that you are selling, which Mr. Mufara has, which you have bought and kept in your marketplace. So, like I understood Collins explained the other day, every package, every product you buy is a package, which means this product comes as a product, and it comes with the price that you pay includes traffic. It means you pay that product, and there's a bit of money there for the company to go to work on your behalf and get customers. So what Andy is saying now is, if Ash says within this package, I will give you the product and I'll get you 3 potential customers so that when they buy, you can make profit. And you want a bit more like Andy does, because he wants to fire his boss like yesterday, right? If he's got one anyway. So what he would do is talk to other people. That's a choice. And talking to people here, I just wanted to touch on it because you don't have to talk about unpassive if you don't know it how it functions. Don't do it. Talking to people could just mean invite them to a platform like this one, let them listen to the three of us, ask questions, even call, because anybody who's actively involved in unpassive and is engaged, they are ready to help just anybody. So talking to people has nothing to do with you personally pitching it if you can't. But bring them to webinars. We do the Heroes webinar on Sunday. That's the one Andy and myself, we know about. Our sister Sharon visits us sometimes when she has time. Come to platforms like this one. Go to Red Fern. Go to the digital blueprint that Andy runs on Tuesdays with Collins. Go to Marty DeGamo. Just ask a question in the chat or follow up. Get a name, type them on Facebook or anywhere. Say, I need this help. And that's how you get help. So when you get me, talk to your friend or your family, it means you have presented the business to them. It doesn't have to be you saying it before you say something wrong and rather scare people. So I just thought that I say this. So I don't know, as Sharon, I wanted us to touch about the humanitarian aspect of unpassive. Because we are talking, we don't know who is watching us or who will watch us after this. Some people just want to call themselves successful if they can be able to help a single soul to put a smile on the face of a struggling person. But they don't know that the opportunity is here. Would you discuss that as an opportunity, considering that people will be watching this who do not yet know unpassive? Or you just say whatever you had in mind, because I like asking questions, but you say what your mind tells you to say. Up to you, sis.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to jump on what Andy said. My mother always said to me, God loves them that help themselves. And yes, OnPassive is going to generate traffic to us. However, like Andy said, if you want to grow your business even faster and you want to make more money in the future, you should be talking to people, letting people know about OnPassive. We want to get the word out there, make OnPassive a household name. So you should talk to everybody and anybody. I myself, since I've been involved with OnPassive, since I educated myself with OnPassive and learned as much as I possibly can before I could talk to people about OnPassive, I've talked to everybody. I was on the subway one day and I heard these two students from India that were here taking some AI course. And so I started chatting them up. And I made myself these little business cards, OnPassive business card, and I started chatting them up. And they were here for, I think, 3 months, and then they were going back to India. I made sure they took my card with them. And I was at the hospital one day, and I was sitting in the waiting room. And I heard some gentleman talking on the phone, and he was with his mom. And he just graduated, and him and a couple of the other students were getting into an AI business. So I chatted him up, gave him my card. You know, I go to my bank and I'm talking to the bank teller and I'm like, have you heard about OnPassive? Well, this is what's going on and this is what's happening with OnPassive. My accountant, everybody I talk to, I tell them about OnPassive and I give them my card. And when it first started and I started talking to people about OnPassive, you know, they go on Google and Google it and see all the misinformation out there about OnPassive and all the bad things, and they didn't believe me or believe. They're like, oh yeah, Sharon, I wouldn't fall for that. You know, that's another scam that's out there. And it's true, there are so many scams out there. You don't know what's real and what's not. But OnPassive is real. And I got into OnPassive for 2 reasons. One, everybody knows money. Money is important to everybody, and especially today, in today's world, with the cost of living being so high, we need more money to survive. And 2, I'm in the entertainment world, and the government has pulled back on funds for theater, dance, music, special events, and stuff like that. So most of my clients can't afford as much as they used to do. So I want to be able to help out the arts and help out poverty. There are so many people out there that need money. Like, I don't have a lot of money, but if I see somebody struggling at the grocery store and they don't have enough money and they're getting ready to put the stuff back on the shelf, if I have it, I will pay for their purchase. And all I know is when I start making money here with OnPassive, I am going to be able to do that even more often. I'm going to be able to make care packages. And as Marty DeGarmo said on one of his lives, that he had people delivering food to his house around Christmas time. And I had that when I was growing up. My mom was raising my 5 nieces and nephews, me and my mother, and we had a family that would come with like 8 boxes of groceries. And so I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to help humanity by, giving kids, children out there in the world, the education that they need, being able to children that need sports. Like, I don't know if you have any children out there that want to play hockey or anything like that. That all costs a lot of money, and you need sponsors. And so I want to be able to donate to causes like that, and just to help the elderly to survive. People that just need a little bit of extra to get by for the week. If I can afford to do it, I would like to build affordable housing, or at least help somebody out with their rent. So Passive is going to be so great for humanity, and the world is going to be so happy that we are here, and we are here to stay. So look out. Back to you, Sister Comfort.
Fire, 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 fire. So Andy, I'm not saying anything, but we should be gradually rounding up now. So whatever thing you have to say, it's time to empty your heart before we go, Andy.
I think Sharon's hit the nail on the head. At the end of the day, there is an amount of income that everybody needs and wants, and once you achieve that, the excess is then, or can then be used for various things. And as you well know, my heart belongs to technologies and new technologies that we know have been taken away from us over the years, but will be brought out very soon, I have no doubt, and they will change this world. And let's hope Ash is going to bring some of these forward as well. So yeah, that's my bit. Thanks, Comfort.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Andy. So Cynthia, oh sorry, I'm calling Cynthia because I put her name on the screen. She's with us anyway. So she's thanking Sharon for doing a good job. And of course, I thank you to sis. So Sharon, of course, you've got another last chance now to make a closing remark. So empty your heart.
Passive is going to surprise the world with our success. And that's all I have to say. We are shooting for the stars, and we're going to grab it by our hands, and we are going to run with it. So look out, world. Here we come.
Indeed, guys, the future is bright because the future is ONPASSIVE. If you are not yet in, you are delaying, and you might miss it. Thank you for joining us, Sharon. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for contributing, and see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thanks.